Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again, man. It's, as you guys know, yesterday news came out about Marion Barber. Now, I didn't get a chance to do the video yesterday because I wanted to see if some more information was going to come out about it, but I didn't really hear anything else as far as what actually happened. We do know that one thing we do know about Marion Barber, like outside of him being a former great running back for the Dallas Cowboys, which I miss his running style. But again, that running style doesn't keep you in the NFL long. But I like it. I like the grittiness of it. But we know that he was dealing with mental stuff as far as probably football related. He could have had CTE, but I'm pretty sure that when they do the autopsy, if they hadn't already, they'll determine that, because I think with CTE you can't tell if anybody has it until after they die, which sucks because obviously because of that there's no like redemption from, there's no cure from it. It's almost like how dementia is with people that have it. Like once you have it, there's no reversing your brain to being back to being cognizant of everything that's going on. It's really sad. Marion Barber was one of the Cowboy greats. He didn't get enough credit because, of course, he wasn't in the NFL, as long. But, I know real Cowboy fans know Marion Barber, and they were real fans of Marion Barber like I am. Sad to see that he's gone. It just makes you realize, with this pandemic that we had, life is precious. And you have to live your day every day, live your life to the fullest, because you never know. Never live your life with regrets. If you want to do something in life, do it. Do it, because you don't know if there's no tomorrow. You never know. You can die today. You could die tomorrow. You could die next week. It's a part of life. Living and dying is the only two things in life is guaranteed. I'm going to say that again. Living and dying is the only two things in life that's guaranteed. You live on this earth, and then someday you die. That's just the way it is. But not to be morbid, but just for respect for Marion Barber, prayers up to his family and things of that nature. I know it's hard on them. We never know what was going on with him and things of that nature. But when they found him, though, he was in his apartment. The Frisco police, which is the city that he lived in Texas, and did a wellness check on him, and they found him dead in his apartment. Like I said, they still haven't come out with exactly why he passed away, but I just pray that whatever it was, he died peacefully, because nobody likes to be in pain when they're dying and stuff like that. Like with Demaryius Thomas, when Demaryius Thomas died, he had a seizure and nobody was there to help him. So, it sucks when you're by yourself. And I feel like when people are going through stuff, especially when you have any type of illnesses or mental disorders, there should be people around you, you know what I mean? Like at least living with you, because sometimes if something happens, it can save a life. You never know. But let's talk about the good parts of Marion Barber's life. Unfortunately, he died at only 38 years old. Marion Barber is only a year older than me, because I'll be 37 in August. So he's a year and some change older than me. He's only a year older than I am. So when you look at when I look at when he was drafted, back in 2005, that was around the time I was already in college at the time when he got drafted. So, which is crazy because he must have stayed in longer because he's a year older than me, but I graduated high school. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, whatever the situation is, but I got to go back and look at that, because should have been drafted in 2003 or I don't know. Maybe he stayed in school longer. I got to go back and look at that. Those of you that Marion Barber know-it-alls, you could probably tell me that. But anyway, he played in the NFL from 2005 to 2011. The first 6 years were with the Cowboys, and then he played with the Bears his final season of his NFL career. Of course, most of his production was with the Dallas Cowboys, of course. They selected him in the 4th round of the 2005 draft out of the University of Minnesota. Cowboys have gotten really good talent in the 4th round when you look at it, like Dak Prescott and things of that nature. So, you know. In 2007, that was his best year. He had almost cracked 1,000 yards. He had 975 yards and 10 touchdowns. Remember, back then, though, NFL was more of a passing league. So, and it's kind of getting back to that again. But for you to have that with 10 rushing touchdowns, that's a lot of good production. And the reason why his yard percentages are a little lower, because he was that bell cow guy. Remember when it was him and Felix Jones, and then when Tashard Choice came, they were like the home run hitters. They were the home run hitters. They were the guys that got the long yards. Now, not saying that Marion Barber didn't get a couple of long yards here and there, but he was the bell cow. He was like how we use Zeke now. He was at every down back. He was getting those grinding yards, those 3 yards, those 5 yards, those two yards. Those were the grinding yards that Marion Barber got. So in 2007, like I said, 975 yards rushing, with 10 touchdowns rushing and 2 receiving touchdowns. So this goes to show you that, like, they used him a lot, and they utilized him when it made sense. Those grinding yards. I bet you most of his touchdowns are probably on like 1st and goal or goal line situations, because he's in there running the ball in. His final season was with the Bears. As I said, he ultimately retired March of 2012. Over the 7 seasons of his career, he totaled 4,780 yards rushing, 53 touchdowns rushing. I'm going to say it again. 4,780 yards and 53 touchdowns rushing in a total of 7 seasons between the Cowboys and the 1 year with the Bears. And then in the air, receiving, he had 1,330 yards and 6 touchdowns of receiving yards. Not bad for a guy like him. But again, because of that reason, you get a lot of hits in the head and things of that nature. We know that Marion Barber wasn't the same. If some of you guys have came to the CSA shows when he came to sign autographs, you could tell that he had that Tony Dorsett type of look, where it was like he was kind of forgetting things. His mind wasn't all the way there. So we know that Marion Barber had some issues, but man, prayers up for his family, man, because that's sad to lose him like that. I really, he was one of my favorite players. So, of this, well, not this generation. I guess he's in that middle generation. Like, he's not old school, but he's like in the past. Because I can't say old school because he's technically the same age as me. So, yeah. But just shout out to the Barber family. You know, I know that they're going through it right now. He came in under Bill Parcells, so I know Bill Parcells is hurt by this. Tony Romo was his quarterback. You know what I mean? So, like, think about the players and his teammates and stuff that were there with him and knows that who Marion Barber really was. So, if you're a real Marion Barber fan, definitely hit a like on this video. Definitely comment. Tell me in the chat box, what was your favorite game of Marion Barber, or anything. Just comment and tell me how you feel about Marion Barber. Was he one of your favorite running backs outside of Emmitt Smith? Because we know Emmitt Smith is one of the greats. But I will say that Marion Barber, for his short amount of time that he was in the league, definitely was it. And I rooted a lot for Marion Barber when he was on this team. And, again, prayers up for the family, things of that nature. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, man. It's your boy E2 Blue. Y'all have a great, hot Thursday.